ready segment. Okay? Attention ready. Okay. Independent National Sales Director, Kathy Oliveira. Learned a lot about life and about herself through the game of tennis. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. She learned the value of discipline and consistency, like getting up to practice whether she felt like it or not. Doing that yielded results, and she loved winning. As a sales director, she made 19 appearances in the unit circles, including 8 times in the $500,000 Circle of Achievement, and qualified for 7 top sales director trips, including 2 of the Prestige. She's a double-star achiever and appeared in the top 10 unit sales for her seminar 4 times. Kathy led her unit to the $1 million Circle of Excellence and was the number 7 sales director nationwide and a runner-up to the Queen of Unit Sales for her seminar in 2005. Debuting as a national sales director out of the Mary Kay National Area in July of 2014, she's a member of the NSD Millionaires Club with over $2 million she's earned in commissions since starting her business in 1992. Kathy believes that the most important thing you can do is carry on the legacy of Mary Kay Ash, to have integrity no matter what, to love people unconditionally, and to never give up on yourself or others. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Independent National Sales Director, Kathy Oliveira.
Well, I'm kind of emotional. Do you know why?
Yes.
This is my last trip. But I'm not going anywhere. But you all are my family, and I just look out and just have so many memories, so many hugs, so many beautiful words, so many experiences, and I'm just so grateful for each and every one of you. I really, really am.
We love you, Kathy. Love
We are a family. We really are. So. Anyway, where's Carla? Oh, thank you. Where's Carla? The gal who just spoke. Where is she?
Over there. Over there. Oh.
Carla, come up here.
Yes.
Woo! Oh my gosh. Let's give a round of applause. Carla, I don't know if I know you.
I'm a chill professional.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like I know you now. And like you have such a gift of sharing story after story and helping us to just relate and to feel like we can do it too. Didn't you guys feel that way? Like, that we could do it too. I mean, you are so gifted, and I can so see you as the most amazing national gift, not just a regular. I mean, one that there are people talk about and talk about their story, and you're such an overcomer. And I'm so glad I was here just to hear you speak. So just thank you so much. the new, the few, and you. And of course, Carla talked about that, was unbelievably inspirational. My topic today is retention, though. So it's a little bit different, okay? It may not get you super fired up, but Carla did that. So, but it is very important. Wouldn't you agree? Retention is very important. So I've heard the expression, I'm sure you have, that the unit is like a bathtub, and there's water going in, hopefully, the new, the few, and you, right? Okay? Okay, well, actually, the new and you, okay, well, yeah, okay. And then there's the water going out, and that's just a natural process, right? But could we do a little bit better on having the water not go out so fast? Could we? Yeah, okay, so that's our topic for today. And I believe that you do have control over retention, because I've seen it, haven't you? With yourself and with other people. You've seen units that just deteriorate really, really fast for different reasons, which we'll talk about. And then other units that is like, it's amazing. These people are just being retained. They just want to be they're staying in the unit. Why is that? So we're going to discuss 3 different reasons. Okay, number 1, I believe that you need to ground them at the beginning of their journey. Okay, you need to ground them at the beginning of their journey. Number 2, they need to have consistent and relevant training and fun fellowship and lots of attention as they're a consultant. And number 3, they need a lot of love. Love will help to retain them. So just like plants, they flourish with sunshine, right? A lot of water, some good soil. So do consultants. So I'm going to start off with getting consultants off to a great start. Okay? Great start. So this is the beginning of their journey, and they need to take root. And I want to mention, Carla did such an amazing job with her stories. I wish I had more on this, but this is one story I can tell. And I just remember a director from a while ago, Sean Arend, and she used to spend hours orienting her people, like hours. Like, how is she doing this? Like 4 hours talking to a consultant. But you know what? They would stay. They would stay. And I'll never forget that. I thought, interesting. Maybe I should do, more of that grounding initially. So the steps to get them off to a really great start are exactly that, in my opinion. They're steps. Okay, Sean may have spent a lot of hours setting up different things and stuff, but I assure you that she also had other, it was baby steps as well. So I have kind of divided my new people into some different steps so that they can feel like they're winners. And the first step is getting their business set up. And so that would be a website, ProPay, get on my Facebook groups. Do you all have Facebook groups? Okay. Start a Facebook VIP page. Start a Facebook VIP page. I have them do that right away, right? Okay. And then place their first order. So those are the things that I have them do initially after a welcome call. And I don't really tell them much except for that. I just say, let's just do these things, and when you're finished with these things, then we will have a longer call, and I'll give you a prize just for setting up your business. Okay, so again, website, ProPay, Facebook, my Facebook group, start your own Facebook group. And I also say invite 20 people to it. And place your first order. And I give them a prize for doing this. So then I have another call, which is a little bit more extended. Actually, these aren't calls, they're always Zooms, because you can get more personal, right, with the Zoom.
So I always do Zooms. The next step, I tell them, okay, let's get you started making money. This is your making money call, which is why they started Mary Kay. So doing a debut for them is always a great way for them to have an initial win. And in my opinion, a debut doesn't need to be more than 3 or 4 days away. All they do is invite 50 people. I tell them if they want to have a successful debut, they must invite at least 50 people. And then they need to remind, okay? And then I'll take care of the rest, and it's on Zoom. And yeah, I just do it on Zoom because you can have a lot of people and you don't have to do a lot, and it works out really well. How many of you do Zoom debuts? Oh, okay. Main goal of a debut is not sales. I know that we will get lots and lots of sales. And no, we don't send out any product. We just show them the product. Like show them the products and stuff. And I think because Mary Kay has such a good reputation, 60 years of excellence, #1 in the world in direct sales in the area of beauty. I don't know, I mean, they just buy hundreds and hundreds of dollars, so I'm not really concerned about that. And I tell the consultant, that's not our goal. Our goal is to book you 5 Facebook parties. 5 Facebook parties. Now, if they want to do in person, of course. But I am really trying to move with the times and really do things more virtually, which I believe, and you may differ, but I believe that busy women that hold a full-time job, many are single moms, have a family, volunteer, I see some people, volunteer at church, have to volunteer for every volleyball team coach, and you're just going, when is this woman going to find the time? And she doesn't. But she could with Facebook parties. Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, this is what we're doing. So I want to sort of obligate her to learn how to do these Facebook parties. And the way I do it is by booking at the debut 5 for her. So then she gets off and she doesn't even know what's happened exactly, except she has 5 bookings. And I don't know, for those of you who are doing Facebook parties, they usually hold. You may postpone the date, but they hold. I mean, what are they going to do? Run away? I mean, they're going to hold. So she's going to have to learn how to do this thing, So unlike the in-person, a lot of times they reschedule, and this and that. So anyway, so I want to sort of back her into a corner to learn how to do this. And I have resources and everything for them, and they need to study. So, and they do. So when I book 5 Facebook parties for them, then I give them a prize. So that's their main goal at their party. The other main goal of the party is to get 3 recruits. And so I have shifted because many of you have heard me talk about 30 interviews a month, and I'll tell you, you do 30 interviews a month, that is amazing, and that's going to yield you great results. But I'm kind of playing around a little bit with, since it's so minimal of an investment, I'm kind of thinking, like, do I really need to talk to everybody, or can these people just recruit for $10 or even like $35? I mean, come on, I'm like rethinking a little bit. Interviews, like, you will get the people, like, you will recruit everybody. But I don't know, I'm kind of trying something new, and I'm not necessarily recommending this, but I'm just telling her, our goal is 3 recruits at your party. Because when they're new, they're like, okay, and such. And usually, well, I haven't been doing this long, but so far we've gotten 1. So it's not like, but still, it's better than nothing. So anyway, also, as far as grounding the new people, I always have new consultant training every Saturday morning, without fail, except for this Saturday. And I have 5 different topics that are very relevant to today's environment. Again, I'm changing the subject matter in my new consultant training to social media, to Facebook parties. The product will always be the most popular training I do. AI and the apps that we have. So I'm just changing it into that. I want to make Mary Kay doable for the busy woman, for the young woman, for the future of our company. I really want to, even though, I'm kind of nearing the end here, I'm like, so what? I'm delving into what I believe is going to be our future. I've even started doing a lot of the videos during the training that the company does. I used to do all the training like blah, 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 and I'm just listening to some of these videos going, this is excellent. This is like, I can't say it any better than this, and it's really relevant. And I think to myself, well, they can just watch it themselves, but they tell me they don't, or they do and they don't really pay attention or something. So I'm like, okay, well, this is easy, And when they get all of the trainings done, they've done all of the Confident, Mary Kay Confident, Skincare Confident, Color Confident, what else is there? Retinol Confident, all that done, and they download the apps and send them to 30 people, then they get a class free. So that's another win that they get. That's their education. They get a graduation ring, right? Okay, and then this is again to ground them really solidly. I give them the Pearls of Sharing. Their first recruit, they get the earrings. The second recruit, they get the bracelet. And the third recruit, they get the necklace. So that's a little different than I've ever done it before. But I'm just kind of getting open to change. And to be honest, I really don't, I can't say this is the way to do it because I'm just changing myself, okay? I'm just exploring this myself. But it makes logical sense to me based on 31 years. So you can take it or leave it, but I'm like, okay, you get this and that, pearls earrings for first, second, because I just think, what the heck? I mean, it's a whopping $10. Like, seriously, go recruit some people. Like, really and truly. That's kind of where my mindset is at now. It's a little bit different. But then, once they're recruited, as the director, I'm like, welcome, I'm going through this. I'm grounding them. That's where I'm like, investing the time. They pay the $10. 30, what is it, 30 or 35? 10.
35.
35. 35, okay. Go, okay, now my job. Welcome call, on them, writing notes all the time, and investing my time there. So I'm always scheduling the next phone call with the newbies, with notes and prizes sent. I have a tracking sheet because it gets confusing, as I'm sure it does for you. Okay. And then after that step, so it's the welcome, get your business set up, then the 5 Facebook parties, education, and 3 recruits. And then after that, going to this thing I call All of Excellence, which is this little pin, which is 30 faces a month, which is really easy with Facebook parties or Zoom parties. It's so easy. They can do it. And then 10 shares, which is a little bit harder. But have you done, any of you done videos that they can send out with a Google form? Yeah. Anybody? Yeah. So I have that, I forgot to tell you, they can send that out to like 10 people and get responses, and that way you have all the information and stuff like that. Okay, so that's the new people. So you got it, it's just like grounding them and really getting to know them. But giving them responsibility, dang it, if they want to do the business, then you're there for them, like a little Oreo between their recruiter and you, and they're in between that yummy filling, and they're just supported, but they're responsible for doing the work. Okay? All right, let's talk about watering your consultants. In other words, giving them, while they're in, and establish consistent and meaningful information, experience and training throughout the years so as to retain them. Okay, so ask yourself, would you love being in your unit? Would you love going to your unit meetings? Are they fun? Are you like dancing around after your unit meeting because it was so much fun? Remember in the old days when you had a unit meeting and you kind of went, ugh, like that was not good, and then kind of, hopefully most of the time you were like, oh, you were like, that was so good, I had so much fun. If you're having fun, then guess who else is having fun? Everybody. Your people are having a great time. So, and I'm so excited to hear that many of you are doing them in person, hopefully hybrid, because hybrid means, on Zoom and in person, because, you're expanding throughout the United States, right? So you've got the Zoom going on at the same time, right? That's what I would do. Right now, I'm just doing the Zoom, but if I was doing it in person, most of my unit is around the United States, not in San Diego, so. Would you like the emails you send out? Would you like the text? Would you love being a member of that Facebook group that you have for your unit? Would it be exciting to see all the promotions? Would you love to see your face in lights all the time on that Facebook page? Think about how it feels to be in your unit. And is every communication that you put out loaded with messages that will ultimately make them money? Like giving them ideas on things that they can send out to their customers, right? To make it easy for the super busy woman that came into Mary Kay to make money. Okay, so there's all sorts of levels of consultants in our units, right? We've got the few, we've got the new, which we talked about, and then we've got the middle part. So I have separated for Scipio. Who has Scipio? Anybody have Scipio where you send out? Really? Only a few people? Who has Scipio? No? Oh, Project Broadcast, where's Scipio? Yeah, okay, good. Yeah. Okay, so, what I found was that some people love to get the information from you all the time, right? So I have put those into a separate Scipio group instead of, my whole unit getting all this stuff. You have two. I see some people nodding. It takes a little time. You always put the new ones in there, because they're all hot and excited. But separate and communicate, more with those that are very, very excited. Okay. Now, would you agree that most of the consultants love the products and started Mary Kay because they love the products? Okay. So, how do you nurture that? The same way you nurture our customers. You send them samples. Send them the lookbook. I was thinking about this when I was putting this together. And you have to send the lookbook out to, the teas and stuff. I'm going to look through the teas and see who I want to send it to. You know what? Last time I sent it to everybody. Well, it will go out to everybody. I'm thinking, why not send it to everybody? It has a little sample in it and stuff like that. I'm like, wait a second, why am I just sending it to the, struggling? I'll just send it to everybody. So I did. The first look program, if you're not using it, it's very smart to use it, very economical. Send them product emails on Mary Kay in Touch. You just go in and you can just send them not only encouraging emails, like how close you are to star and this and that, but you can send product emails too because they love the product, right? Does that make sense? Okay. And then have product knowledge at every single meeting. Do you always have somebody talking about products at your meetings? Okay, good. Let's see, and yeah. Okay, so again, watering them. Okay, during their journey, keep them focused and interested in making money by giving them relevant training and exciting challenges. And I know it's a lot to learn all this new stuff, but I really feel it's important that we keep up with Facebook parties, social media, the apps, tax write-offs. That's kind of an old school thing, but they need to know how are they going to make money. What this tax thing, I need to teach on that again. Play the video. On product knowledge, on company promotions. Okay, so all of these things need to be relevant and always brought up. And also new company promotions as well. Okay? So the other way that we nurture our people is like bringing them to events like Career Conference. And did anybody see my message today? My live message or whatever, my video? I said that I've never missed a career conference, a seminar, a fall retreat, a jamboree, or a West Coast Summit. I've never missed. Never missed. I was told that when I started Mary Kay, just don't miss an event, and I have never, and I guess I won't, because I'm almost at the end of my journey. But events make directors. Events increase excitement with our units. Events create memories and bonding and that type of thing they'll never leave, right? And larger events are so important so they can see the bigger picture of what Mary Kay can offer them. Okay, speaking of events, how many of you attended the SoCal Career Conference? We did last year. Go ahead and stand up if you attended that conference. Give them a round of applause. And stand up if you attended the SoCal Jamboree that we did in January. Okay, did we create something amazing or what?
Yes.
Yeah, when the company told us that we weren't going to have the career conference, we went into action, and I say we because it wasn't just me. I was just one of the gang. We went into action in a matter of about 2 months. We put on the most amazing career conference that you've ever seen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, everybody said it was just so incredible. Would you like to do it again?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we may. January 3rd and 4th. If enough directors step up to the plate and join together, we will do it again. So, but we won't if there's not enough support. So right now we have about 30 people and we need 60 directors to step up and say, I want an event in January. When you get a big event together, it's different than a little event. Would you agree? You have enough experience in this room to know that when you go home from a large event, their mind is bigger. And so that's why the importance of a jamboree or a bigger event that has hundreds of people versus tens of people, right? Okay, so we will go ahead and do this amazing event if we have 60 directors by the end of the March month that have paid the discounted price of $69. If you want to go, then you need to Venmo me $69, totally refundable. I will refund it if we don't go forward, but we need 60 people, or we won't do it. Okay? So I just want to say that because it's the truth. Because that's the truth. By the way, if you went to the SoCal Jamboree and you didn't get a t-shirt, I have some free t-shirts up here for you in all different sizes. And so they don't have a home. I have a bunch of them down here. I want you to come up at the end and go ahead and get one from me. Okay? Will you do that? All right. Anybody can get a t-shirt? Okay. And that went to the Jamboree. Great. Okay. Love to give you one. Okay, moving on to other things that we can do to better retain our people. Create exciting challenges to help them make money. Okay, so every week, I decided I really wanted them to be making a lot of money. And so I have the $500 Babe Club, and every single time that they hit $500 in a week, they get a prize. So I'm always, Tony is helping me after the meeting, we send out tons of prizes, because they know they need to reach 500. And if they reach 500, I think that's a pretty good amount of money, right? And that they're making during the week, and that's one way to retain them. We had 7 last week, 7 $500 babes. And one of them was my son Johnny. Yes, he just started Mary Kay. I'm so excited. He's doing a great job. Anyway, also, the other thing I've been having a lot of fun with on Zoom is creating teams. And so I put them in little break. I give them an assignment, like 7 different things that they get points for. And then I put them in the breakout rooms, and they total up their points for the teams, and then they come back, and they report how many points they have, and then that team that got the most points for the week, everybody gets a prize in that team. They love it, and they show up in the meetings, and they're super excited. So that was something that I just fell upon, and everybody thinks is so brilliant. The people at the meeting think it's brilliant, plus they love the prizes. Also, let's not forget about pay setters. Pay setters I'm going to do next month, and that's just such a great thing. I also would recommend, though, I'm going to somehow put them in groups again, because those groups, that's what's missing with the Zoom, is that they're not bonding as much, right? So if you put them in groups and they get each other's numbers and they talk and get to know one another, it really, really helps. Also, even if you do Zoom, it's really important important to do fun in-person events once in a while for the people that are in your city. So let's not forget about that, right? Those were so bonding, and that's one reason people don't leave, because they are with their sisters, right? The other thing, before I go on to the third point, is to have a unit goal. People love being part of a team. Do you have a unit goal? If you don't, you need to get one. And if you're on a team, if your people are on the team and going for the unit goal, no matter what level of activity they are, they'll stick with you till the end. Maybe till the end of the year, and you do the million, and then they'll wander away, which just happened actually. So have a goal. All right, the last thing that you want to do for retention. Okay, so the last thing is love. So my national, I've had two nationals. I had Doris Yonke, and then I had Kathy Phillips. And Kathy Phillips told me a story about her meeting Mary Kay. Kathy Phillips was an accountant and a CFO, right? So she ran businesses and so on. And she went up to Mary Kay with a big spreadsheet of how she could make money, and these people ordered this much and this and that. And she went up to Mary Kay and she said, "What do you think about this, Mary Kay?" And Mary Kay said, "Well, I don't know about that. Just go love your people, Kathy." Right? That's what Mary Kay said. She said, "Just go love your people. I don't know about that spreadsheet, but just go love your people." And I love that story. That really was Mary Kay. And I believe that love is the secret to success in all ventures, and certainly in business. And that's why I wear this pen proudly. And if you don't have a pen, and you would like to have a pen, I have a pen for you up here. So you come and get your own love pen, okay? It's a great attention grabber. Wear it around town, and nobody can be offended by a big love pen. In fact, they'll ask you about it. A lot of people are wearing a love pen. Who has a love pen? Raise your hand. People have a love pen. Okay, great. That's perfect. The name of my national area is the All Love Your Area, because I really do believe that this is the secret to success in all ventures. So how do we show to our consultants that they are valued and cared for? Love notes. Love notes all the time. On birthdays, anniversaries, a personal note that is not the same for everybody. Every single person is unique and special. Every time I send out a prize, Tony knows a note has to go in it, and it will be different. It will. One time I heard a director, she had her assistant do the notes. Oh, if I was a consultant and I ever had a whiff that somebody else had written the note, I would be like, I would not trust that. I don't want to go into that. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, for having a great week, think of anything. Being a star, soar like never before, achieve a wedding, childbirth, illness, death. Flood their mailbox with notes and gifts. They will stay with you. Also, calls for their birthday. Not just texts, but calls for their birthday, for anniversary. Just because, for congratulating them to they're a winner of the Soar Like Never Before. Great reason to do that. And remember that your voice is much more powerful and influential than any text or email. You might think, oh, that's done. Well, that's great, a little supplement, but to have a voice text or you calling them is much more powerful. And thank you for ordering email. In some instances, you can send emails and texts, like thanks for ordering an email or a text or a postcard. And I know Katrina talks so beautifully. I wish she was here for me to affirm her personally. But, Mary Kay listened with her heart. And not for what is best for us. We should never call people to order. In my opinion, that should never happen in any unit, to call people because we need orders and we need production. I just don't believe in it. I've never done it, and I never will. But on the other hand, you can call them because you're in the midst of earning a Cadillac and the team needs them. Or you're in the midst of being a Circle of Excellence winner and the team needs you. You call every single one. Or you're becoming a national And the area needs you. You call every single person and have your people call them even. So in those situations, you would definitely call for orders. But they would already know what you're doing, so it would, so natural. Look out for their best interest always. Nothing should be about us. Everything should be about their goals and their interests. Always be a woman that they can trust, that they know that all you care about above yourself is them. All you care about above yourself is them, and it will always come back to you. So we talked about how to better retain our unit through getting newbies off to a great start, right? Watering them consistently with training and challenges, and of course love. And love is the most important asset to have as a leader, in my opinion. With love, I will increase my sales, my team building, and my leadership ability 100-fold, and become a great Mary Kay director. If I have no other qualities, I can succeed with love alone. Without it, I will fail, though I possess all the knowledge and skills of the world. So, that concludes retaining our unit.